Hi students, good morning to all. Hope you all are safe at home by the God's grace. Today we are going to see the next exercise of chapter 2, which is nothing but measurements. In the second exercise, we are going to learn about a four-sided closed figure, which is nothing but the rhombus. Yes, during the introduction part, I have said that we are going to learn about some more four-sided closed figure. So this week, that too in the second exercise, that is 2.2, we are going to learn about the rhombus. Clear? Yes. Yes, now we are going to learn what is a rhombus. Rhombus is a four-sided closed figure. So here no disconnection, it is closed and it is a four-sided figure. Clear? So the definition of the rhombus is in a parallelogram, if all the sides are equal, then it is called rhombus. You know what is a parallelogram? Parallelogram is nothing but a four-sided figure where the two sides are parallel, the opposite sides are parallel and equal. Okay, the opposite sides are parallel and they are equal. Clear? These two sides will be equal or these two sides will be equal. But when it is a rhombus, all the sides will be equal. So in a parallelogram, if all the sides are equal, then it is called rhombus. I think you are clear with the definition of the rhombus. Yes. So now we'll see the properties of the rhombus. Properties of the rhombus when it goes like this. First property, all sides are equal. As I said, from the definition we learned that in rhombus all the sides are equal and opposite sides are parallel. Yes, when we see here, it also has the parallel sides. So opposite sides are parallel. We can call it as parallel. What is mean by parallel? Parallel is nothing but the distance between both the parallel lines will not connect at any point. They won't intersect at any point. The distance will be equal at all the points. Okay. So these two lines will go on. They won't meet at any point. Those lines are said to be parallel. Okay. Fine. So the third property is diagonals bisect each other at right angle. Okay. So bisect is nothing but it will intersect. They will meet each other, but they will meet each other at 90 degree. Bisects means when they meet each other, they will make 90 degrees. So when we see about rhombus, when those two diagonals, this is nothing but diagonal 1 and this is nothing but diagonal 2. Okay, these two diagonals, whenever they meet inside the rhombus, they will be 90 degree. Okay, all the meeting part will gives you the angle 90 degree. Clear? That is what they have given in the property. Next, fourth property, diagonals divide the rhombus into four right angle triangles of equal area or four equal right angled triangles. Fine. So when you check here, you will be clear that the four triangles 1, 2, 3 and 4. These four triangles gives the equal area of right angle triangle. Okay, fine. 1, 2, 3 and 4. So this diagonals divide the rhombus into four right angle triangles of equal area. Clear? These are the properties of the rhombus. Okay. When we consider about rhombus, the formulas are given here. For any three-sided or four-sided figure, we will be having only one formula for area and perimeter. But when we consider about rhombus, we will be having two areas. Okay, one depend upon base and height, the other depends upon the diagonal. Okay, so when in the question they have given base and height, you are going to use the area of rhombus as base into height square units, or else if you have in the questions diagonals, then you have to use the area of rhombus as half into d1 into d2 square units. Clear students? Whenever they are given base and height in the question, we have to take the formula of area of rhombus as base into height square units. But when in the question diagonals are given, we want to take the area of rhombus which is equal to half into d1 into d2 square units. Clear? Yes. So now exercise 2.2, first question, find the area of rhombus PQRS shown in the following figures. Okay, so figure is given here. First figure, okay, first figure, this is a rhombus. Since we know that all the sides will be equal, okay, whenever these lines are given like this, one single lines at all points, all sides, then it means that all the sides are equal. Okay, this hyphen over all the sides will show represent that all the sides are equal. Okay, and one more thing they have given here, PS and QR. PS is nothing but, QR is nothing but the diagonal. Will take this as D1, QRS, QRS diagonal 1 and PSS diagonal 2. Therefore, this is nothing but D2. Okay, clear. So, from the figure we got that D1 is equal to 16 centimeter, D2 is equal to 8 centimeter. As I explained you the formula, you should be clear that when in the question they are giving the diagonals, we have to go with the formula. Solution, area of the rhombus PQRS. In the figure they have given the label PQRS, therefore the name of the rhombus is PQRS, which is equal to half into D1 into D2 square units. As in the question they have given D1 is equal to 16 and D2 is equal to 8, we substituted. So, now I am going to simplify. 1 2 is 2, 8 2s are 16. Okay, remaining we have 8 into 8. So, when you multiply 8 into 8, you are getting 64 centimeter square. Thus, the area of the rhombus PQRS is 64 centimeter square. So, when we have a question from the rhombus, we should be very clear that if in the question they are giving the base and the height, we want to go with the formula area of the rhombus is equal to base into height square units. If in the question they are giving diagonals, you should be very clear that area of the rhombus is equal to half into D1 into D2 square units. Clear? If you know the formula, you can easily solve the problem when it comes under the area of the rhombus. So, next in the second question, first question second part they have given the other figure. It is also named as PQRS and here they have given the base 15 centimeter. How can you find the base? Yes, in rhombus you should be very clear where is the height. Height is given here. That height has been lying on the line segment PQ and makes the angle as 90. So, whenever a line from a vertex, when it meets at the line segment and makes 90 degree, then that line segment opposite to that height is said to be the base. Therefore, base is nothing but 15 centimeter and height is nothing but 11 centimeter. Clear? Okay, so as given here, I have written it, height h is equal to 11 centimeter, base b is equal to 15 centimeter. Once more I will repeat it. How we can find it as base? Whenever there is a line segment which is given perpendicular to a line segment at the below, then it makes 90 degree. When it makes 90 degree, that line segment is nothing but the base. Clear? Okay. Now, solution, area of the rhombus, as in the question they have given the label and the figure as PQRS. Therefore, since area of the rhombus PQRS is equal to, since in the question they have given the base and height, we are taking the formula base into height square units. Base 11 and height 15. Okay, so square units, it is given centimeter, so centimeter square. 11 into 15, I'll calculate it here. 15 into 11 will gives you 165. Therefore, 11 into 15 is equal to 165 centimeter square. Thus, the area of the rhombus PQRS is 165 centimeter square. Clear? Next, we will move on to the second question. Find the area of the rhombus whose base is 14 centimeter and height is 9 centimeter. Okay. So, from the question they have given base B is equal to 14 centimeter and height h is equal to 9 centimeter. Now, the solution is area of the rhombus is equal to base into height square units. Base in the question they have given it as 14 and in height h is equal to 9. Therefore, 14 into 9 is nothing but 126 centimeter square. Thus, the area of the rhombus is 126 centimeter square. Clear? Next, we will move on to the third question, find the missing values. In this question, they have given 3 question subdivisions. Okay. So now we are going to start with the first one. Diagonal D1 is equal to 19 centimeter, diagonal D2 is equal to 16 centimeter, and area is nothing but unknown. Unknown is they have not given the value of the area. Okay. Solution: area of the rhombus is equal to half into d1 into d2 square units. Since in the question they are given the diagonals, right? So now the area of the rhombus in the question they have given 468 and half as it is d1 26, d2 with this is the one which we have to find, and after this we can go with two methods. One thing, 468 is in the left hand side. So from the right hand side we will take the numbers to the other side. So 2 is in the denominator. When it go to the other side it becomes numerator. Okay, that is 2 is in the part of division. When it go to the other side it becomes multiplication. So 468 into 2, and here in the left hand side, right hand side 26 is in the numerator. When it go to the other side it goes to the denominator. Okay, so now when you cancel 1 2 is 2, 13 2s are 26. Okay, so 468 divided by 13 is equal to d2, or else we have one more step. You can also simplify the right hand side. So when you simplify here 1 2 is 2, 13 2s are 26. Now you can take that 13 to the next side. So 416 by 13 is equal to d2. Same way 468 divided by 13 is equal to d2. Therefore d2 is equal to, when you divide 468 with 13, 3 times of 13 will gives you 39. Okay, so when you simplify, subtract, you will be getting 16 minus 9, it is 7, and 8 as it is down. So 6 times of 13 will gives you 78. Therefore the answer is d2 is equal to 36 meter. Clear? Yes. Now the third subdivision of the third question is diagonal d1 is equal to unknown, d2 is equal to 12 millimeter, area A is equal to 180 square millimeter. Solution: so since in the question they have asked about the diagonal and they have given about the diagonal, therefore we are going to take the formula as area of the rhombus is equal to half into d1 into d2 square units. Since in the question they have given the area, we are substituting it as 180, and half into d1 we don't know, d2 we know it as 12, substitute it. So right hand side 1 2 is 2, 6 2s are 12. So here 180, and right hand side we have 6, take that 6 to the other side, it becomes divided by 6. Okay, 180 divided by 6 is equal to d1. So when you divide 1 6 is 6, 30 into 6 will gives you 180. Therefore d2 is equal to 30 millimeter. Clear? Next we will move on to the fourth question. Fourth question, the area of the rhombus is 100 square centimeter and the length of one of its diagonal is 8 centimeter. Find the length of the other diagonal. Okay, when you see the word problem, don't be confused. It's very easy. Simple thing which will be given in a statement type. Okay, so now given from the question we are clear that area is 100 centimeter square and diagonal one of the diagonal is 8 centimeter. So I have taken it as d1, and the other diagonal which we have to find, I have taken it as d2, which is unknown. Clear? Solution: area of the rhombus is equal to half into d1 into d2 square units. Since we know the area, we will substitute it as 100, half as it is, d1 8 and d2 as it is. Okay, now solve it. In the right side 1 2 is 2, 4 2s are 8. Okay, so 100 is here. When you take this 4 to the other side, it becomes division. So 100 by 4 is equal to d2. Therefore d2 is equal to 25 centimeter. 25 centimeter. Thus the length of the other diagonal is 25 centimeter. Clear? Next we will move on to the fifth question. A sweet in the shape of rhombus whose diagonals are given as 4 centimeter and 5 centimeter. The surface of the sweet should be covered by an aluminium foil. Find the cost of aluminium foil used for 400 such sweet at the rate of rupees 7 per 100 square centimeter. Yeah. So whenever a word problem is given, we should be clear with the question and we should be clear with the content given in the question. Okay, let me explain the question. There is a rhombus shaped sweet and that sweet is covered by a aluminum foil. Okay, so they have given the rhombus shaped sweet diagonals. Okay, one is 4 centimeter, the other one is 5 centimeter. Okay, so now you are clear with the question. Here, since the given is diagonals, therefore we are going to use the formula half into d1 into d2 square units. Clear? And next, the surface of the sweet should be covered by an aluminum foil. Okay, find the cost of aluminum foil used for 400 sweets. So in each sweet they will be covering one side with aluminum foil. Same way we are going to find for the 400 such sweets, and for that aluminum foil the rate is rupees 7 per 100 square centimeter square. Okay, so for each 100 centimeter square, when you buy a foil sheet, the rate is 7 rupees. Okay, so now from this question we are going to find for 400 such types of sweets. Okay, so now we are going to find the cost of the aluminum foil used for 400 sweets, which is in rhombus shaped. Clear? Okay, so here the given part, we know the diagonal is 4 centimeter, the other diagonal is 5 centimeter. We need to find the area first. If you find the area of one sweet, then you can find the area for 400 sweets. Then you can find the 100 centimeter square, which is of rupees 7, and for that, using that, we can find the cost of the aluminum foil for all the 400 sweets. Clear? Okay, now area of a rhombus shaped sweet represent 1. So now we are going to find the one sweet area. Okay, so as per the question, we know that the formula is half into d1 into d2. So half, d1 is 4 and d2 is 5. 1 2 is 2, 2 2s are 4, and 2 into 5 is 10. So for one sweet the area is 10 centimeter square. Therefore if a rhombus shaped sweet is 10 centimeter square. So this implies aluminum foil used to cover a sweet is equal to 10 centimeter square. Clear? Therefore aluminum foil used to cover 400 sweet. Okay, for one sweet if it is 10, for 400 we have to calculate 400 into 10. Therefore aluminum foil used to cover 400 sweet is equal to 4000 centimeter square. Clear? Aluminum foil used to cover 400 sweet is equal to 400 into 10, which is nothing but 4000 centimeter square. Okay. Also they have given in the question, cost of aluminum foil used for 100 centimeter square is equal to rupees 7. Okay, they have not given about 1 centimeter square, they have given for 100 centimeter square. So now in the question they have given a twist that now we have to find the cost of aluminum foil used for 4000 centimeter square, that is nothing but for 400 sweets, for 400 sweets. So for 400 sweets, the area is nothing but that is the area of the aluminum foil is 4000 centimeter square. So what we have to do is, we have to first convert it for one sweet. So 4000 centimeter square divided by 110 centimeter square. So when you cancel it off, it becomes for one sweet. So we have to divide 4000 by 100, then multiply it with 7. So when you divide 4000, 0 get cancelled. So we are getting 40 into 7. 40 into 7 gives you rupees 280. Clear? Thus, the cost of aluminum foil used for 400 such sweets at the rate of rupees 7 per 100 square centimeter is rupees 280. Okay students, I am sure that you are clear with this exercise 2.2 with all the questions, and you should be clear with the content that if in the question they are given diagonals, we have to use the area of rhombus as d1 into d2 square units. If in the question they have given base and height, means you have to go with the formula base into height square units. Fine. Thank you for watching the video. Have a nice day. God bless you students. Bye. channel, subscribe my channel Maths with Sumati. If you really interested in watching my videos, don't forget to touch the bell icon. If you touch the bell icon, you can get the notification whenever I post the videos in the YouTube. Clear? And thank you once more. Have a nice day. Bye.